Dan Illman, Mike Beer taking a peek at race number 9 at Aqueduct on Cigar Mile Saturday. Here's the field for the Grade 2 Demoiselle. 2-year-old fillies going a demanding mile and an eighth. A field of 8 in here, Mike. The number 5, Nest. Third last time out and attempted for trainer Todd Pletcher, but a daughter of Curlin with a big pedigree that indicates, yes, she will stretch out.
Yeah, the distance is not supposed to be any problem for this horse at all. Really impressive, I thought, winning her debut, going a mile and a 16th. And I just felt like she maybe got a little too far away in a pace-dominated tempted last time.
Yes, she finished behind Magic Circle, the number 7 in the tempted, who got the jump on Nest turning into the stretch. It may happen again. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector. The 8 full count Felicia, making her dirt debut, has shown speed on turf. It'll be interesting to see if she can replicate that zip on the main track. Magic Circle, we know, will be close to the pace. That's her running style. It's just whether she'll be as effective going a mile and an eighth. There are legitimate concerns.
Yeah, there are. She ran fine going the mile last time, but that pace wasn't that fast, and she may have to work a little bit harder here. Magic Circle is actually a little bit underrated, and it's not like there's a ton of speed in here, Dan. I think the key to the pace may be what happens with Nest this time, because I just think they rated her a little bit too much last time.
Misinterpret the number 1, won 2 races in a row at Saratoga, including an off-turf edition of the P.G. Johnson. She was tested last time out in the Grade 1 Alcibiades, a very tough field, featured 2 next out winners, and the winner of the Alcibiades, Juju's Map, came back to run second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies with an 85 buyer. She just fell far behind a very fast pace, was outrun, and never kicked. I think this is a better spot for her from a class standpoint.
It probably is, but getting outrun in that race, which did, as you mentioned, had a fast pace, and she really didn't make any kind of an impact into it. I, wasn't really taken with that performance. I thought she ran, better than it looks in her first 2 starts. She obviously came back to win her next 2 starts, but none of them are fast races, Dan.
Trainer Uriah St. Louis has scored at big prices in major races in the past. He has another big priced filly in here, the 2 Golden Essence, who has improved since being stretched out around 2 turns. She just got up to win a maiden special weight at Parks, and that's not the way you like to see 1 to 2 shots win.
It took her the entire length of the stretch to get by, but she finally did get by to prevail. I mean, obviously she's improved since they stretched her out. I thought her race 2 back was actually a pretty good performance, Dan. She made an early move into that race and kept going before she came up short at the end. That performance was okay. I don't think it gives her much of a chance in here. She's going to have to improve, but she's going to be a big price, and this trainer's pulled off upsets before.
New York-bred American Revolution is the morning line favorite in the Cigar Mile, coming off of a career best buyer speed figure victory over a wet track. Similar situation here with the 3 Venti Valentine. Let's watch her second lifetime start, her second lifetime win. It's the maid of the mistakes. She broke to the left leaving the gate, but after that, Arad Ortiz gave her a perfect trip. Rode the pocket, eased out to the 2 path, made the lead. I thought she finished up pretty well, Mike. Maybe it was the sloppy track, but it was a nice step forward from her game debut going 6. The distance a question.
Yeah, just much more professional in this race and an easy winner. I'm with you. I felt like she finished this race off pretty well after, sitting a really nice trip in this race. Got the mile. They're going to stretch her out again here to see if she can get the mile on an 8th. I think that's maybe the biggest question, Dan. I do think she has plenty of talent. She is a half sister to Espresso Shot, who's also a very good New York bred and a multiple stakes winner, but she didn't really want to go this far.
Nostalgic is the number 4, and on pedigree alone, she is bred into the 9s. She's by Medaglia d'Oro out of a Tapit mare, and she won her debut by 8 lengths. That's the good news, a first-time debut winner for trainer Bill Mott, going a mile and a 16th. The bad news is the buyer. She won that race by the length of the stretch. It only came back a 48. What's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, it just for whatever reason came back a super slow race. She looked good winning that race, Dan. Back off the pace. Jose Ortiz just sort of raided her early. She did get a good trip. There was plenty of room for her down towards the inside. I thought she finished very well in that race. It just came back super slow. We'll see if that figure is actually predictive, or maybe she's just a lot better than the figure makes her looks. I think it's a pretty tough call. I guess because it was so slow, you have to demand a price on this horse. But as you've already mentioned, she is bred to run all day long.
Nest is the number 5, your morning line favorite by Curlin, trained by Todd Pletcher, sharp debut winner. And as Mike mentioned, maybe taken a little bit too far back in the early portion of the Tempted, but she was grinding it out late. Another stride or two, she's second, and she might have won it another 16th down the road.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it anyway. I thought her debut was really impressive. They went long with her first time out. That's what her pedigree suggests she wants to do. She's a full sister to a big cap winner and idol. I really liked her debut. Then they just sat right up on the pace, well in hand, always confidently ridden, blasted that field through the stretch. I'm not sure what the plan was last time, but they rated her. She got too far away from what was not a fast pace. She was wide on the turn, and I liked the way that she was gaining on those horses at the end.
Talk about potential. The six Tap the Faith has it. A $1.25 million yearling by Tap It, trained by Christophe Clement, debuted at a tough distance. A one-turn mile at Belmont, broke from the rail, came from last, overcame a slow pace. I liked everything about her debut, Mike. She was very professional racing inside. I think Tap the Faith is the kind of filly that can take another step forward.
I look at her the exact same way. I really liked her debut. I thought she, aside from breaking slowly from the gate, she was away last in there. I just thought she did everything right then. Recovered from the poor start, came through on the inside behind a slow pace. I really liked the way she finished to get past Amore, who was a huge favorite in there for Pletcher, dropping out of a third place finish in the Frisette. I just liked everything about her debut, and she's another one who's bred to run all day. By Tappet, her dam won the Alabama. She's a sister to a Travers winner. This horse has all the pedigree and ran really, really well first time out.
Let's watch Magic Circle and Nest in the Tempted. Magic Circle is going to finish second. Tempted, third place finisher. Nest is on the outside. We see Gerrymander in front turning for home. And Magic Circle's got a big look at Gerrymander right here and just can't get by. We're going to see Nest get into this a little bit late. I was disappointed Magic Circle didn't get by, and that's no knock on Gerrymander, who might be very good, but it makes me wonder about the mile and an eighth for Magic Circle. Really, the only black mark on her record is the loss to Echo Zulu, and that's not a black mark at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I feel like it's a fair way to look at the Tempted because she got a good trip, and you could see there in the stretch she had every chance to win. And not that she embarrassed herself there, but she couldn't get by, and it didn't really seem like she had much of an excuse. I'm not sure that this added distance does her any favors, but she's a nice horse.
And the potential speeds on the outside, the 8 Full Count Felicia, daughter of Warfront, trying dirt for the first time. This horse just has tons of turf in the pedigree. I don't see enough dirt to make me interested, but her speed is interesting.
I guess so. I mean, I suppose if she clears off to the front and forgets the stuff, she's supposed to get the distance. We know that about her, but I mean, man, she's just all turf in her pedigree.
Top pick time for the grade 2 Demoiselle. Like Mike, we're going to go against the horses in the Tempted, although we do respect Nest. Mike's going with Tap the Faith. Again, horse with a tremendous amount of potential who was against the race flow last time out and still ran well. And that's where you're going in your exacta. Two horses that may not have gotten the setup last time out, still ran well, and could get a better setup this time.
Yeah, I wasn't really against Nest in here. I think she's run well in both of her starts, but I was pretty taken with that debut from Tap the Faith, and I think she's just going to get better.
I think Venti Valentine might be a square price in here, even after that nice win with a 75 buyer speed figure. Got to do it on fast going, got to stretch out, but I like what I've seen thus far from this New York bred. 3756 for Mike, 3756 for me, 6543 for Mike in the grade 2 Demoiselle. It's a nice card at Aqueduct Cigar Mile Saturday. Good luck.